looking at my dog has just become like manic. I don't understand what her problem is. I don't understand what her problem is. Because I had another issue with her recently. So I took her to the groomer. And she's been to the groomer not like a whole ton of times. Maybe like 10 times. Okay, my dog has been to the groomer like 10 times. I usually take her during the summer to get trimmed and stuff because she's a longer haired breed. So I want her to not like die of heat exhaustion. Like, she doesn't get shaved or whatever. She just gets like a nice trim and she, like, I don't know exactly all of what they do, okay? But the point is she looks better and she feels better. So I took her to the groomer again recently, and she fucking bit the groomer. She's never done that before. She's never fucking done that before. So now I feel like a super fucking asshole. It's getting snippy. Maybe it's like old age. Maybe it's like she bit or nipped. She nipped. Like, she broke skin, but only like in a tiny spot. Only in a tiny spot. Muzzle required. I guess so. I signed like a consent form. Here's what makes me like, again, angry. Maybe I'm being too defensive or whatever, but like, so I signed a waiver that's like, oh yeah, you guys can put a muzzle on her if you need to, you know, like whatever you would like to do. Like, you can put a muzzle on her, you can I think there was like a thing about like giving her like treats and stuff to calm her down. Like, I signed all that, okay? And she's been to this groomer a few times, and then so I go in, right? I pick up my dog, and they're like, oh yeah, she bit the groomer, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. And I tip $50 extra because it's like, I'm so sorry. Jesus Christ. Holy shit. And then I get back home, okay? And I get a call from the groomer. Yeah, sorry you got bit money. Yeah. So I get home, and I get a text message, and I don't see it, and then I get a call, and I'm like, huh, hello, like what's up? Did I did my first thought is, huh, they're calling me. I guess like the payment didn't go through or something, maybe, I don't know, whatever. So like I'm like, hello, and they're like, oh hi, do you have your dog's rabies vaccination records? And I'm like, well, I gave them to you during one of like the previous vet visits. So yeah, it should just be in your system. And they go, oh, well, it says here that this expired a year ago. And I'm like, well, that doesn't make any sense, because I've been to you guys like several times, and every time you guys ask for the rabies vaccination. So if you guys, like, if the rabies vaccination was out of date by a year, then one of the several other times that I've gotten this year, like, you surely would have like noticed that, right? Or like, and anyways, like, I know my dog has had her rabies upped because she went to the vet not that long ago. So they're like, oh, well, okay, but can you try and find like the paperwork for that? Because your vet's office is closed for the weekend, and so we can't get any information on that. And I'm like, okay. So now I'm like freaked out, because like the rabies is scary. Like, obviously my dog doesn't have fucking rabies, okay? Like, I would know if my dog had rabies, but like, especially by this point, because this was a little while ago now. So I'm like, basically, like, I don't want the groomer to panic. But anyways, so I'm like, digging around and all my paperwork stuff, and everything's like packed up and cause I'm in the RV now, right? So like everything that was in my room is like getting like packed up and moved around and resorted so that way I can go into the other room to have like just the office space, right? But in the meantime, everything is getting like organized. I'm throwing a bunch of stuff away, donating a bunch of stuff. It's a mess. Everything's a mess. So I'm like, okay. I text them back. I'm like, I can't find paperwork. Everything's like a big mess right now. I messaged them. I'm like, oh, like I'm so sorry. Like I don't have the paperwork or anything. And they're like, okay, well, if you're like 100% positive that she's been revaccinated since it expired or whatever, like, we'll take your word for it. And I'm like, well, I don't want you to do that because I know if I was in the groomer's position, I would not feel comfortable with that. So I'm like, I will pay for you to go, or for the groomer to go to the hospital and everything and get like the vaccinations and stuff. Like obviously she should go. Like, do not take my word for this. I will pay, okay? Like, for the time and the shot and whatever. Like, just go. That's like $1,000 though. But I would rather somebody like feel confident and not have to worry that they potentially have like a fucking, like, I'm willing to take the L on this, okay? Even though, in my opinion, it's the groomer's fucking, like, this business's fault for not having these files in the record, right? Like, I provided the information. I've provided the information several times. By this point, like, this is just on you. Because the expiry wasn't even, like, a recent thing where you can be like, oh, okay, well, the last time she came in was fine and now it's expired or whatever. Okay? If this has been a year, she's been in, like, 3 or 4 times this year. She's been in, like, 3 or 4 times this year. If you did not catch the expiry thing, that doesn't make any sense. And also, I've had to resubmit it to you guys multiple times because every time I come in, I have to bring, like, the proof of vaccination stuff. But whatever! Whatever! You know what? I don't remember. I've given them the information multiple times because they have to confirm. But they get it from the vet's office, usually, I think is how it's been working. Because I've given it to them before, but then they also call with the vet's office. Because they have the direct line. Anyways. Point is, you guys have the records. Okay, you've always had the records. The dog has been in multiple times. If it expired a year ago, then you've had like 3 or 4 chances to recognize this. Like, I'm sorry that my dog bit you. That's on me. Like, it's my dog. Okay, I'm very sorry. However, now I'm panicked. I'm like, oh God, like, I want this woman to feel comfortable and okay. Because rabies is very scary. My dog doesn't have rabies. But, like, if I was in her shoes, I would be freaked out, right? But anyways, I offer to pay for everything. And they're like, no, we'll handle it. It's okay. It's on us. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, okay. I'm so sorry. And it ends there. So I think. Because then I start getting a bunch of phone calls, and I'm like, huh, I must have like gotten put on like a telemarketer list or something. Like, why? I don't pick up numbers unless calls unless I know the number. All right, either I have to know the number or you have to leave a voicemail, one of the two. So I'm getting a fuck ton of calls non-stop, and I'm ignoring them. And then I get a notice in the mail that says, you need to put your dog into quarantine. And I'm like, this is a week expired. The quarantine period that they tell me I have to quarantine my dog for is like a week ago. Bro! I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. I'm gonna lose my fucking mind, man. I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. So now, yeah, well, she's been quarantined. Yeah, mission accomplished. She hasn't left the house since then. Other than running to the fucking front door. Wait. Yeah, snail mail. Task failed successful. Well, task succeeded wrongly, I guess. Nice. Why did your dog need quarantine? I don't know. I don't know. Because of biting somebody, I guess, and potential exposure to rabies or whatever. But my dog is vaccinated, so I don't know. I guess they reported my dog to the city as being unvaccinated, but she is vaccinated. Whatever. Did they send that letter before they called you? I don't know. I received it long after they did all the calls. They definitely reported you if they called. I'm losing my fucking mind, man. I'm losing my fucking mind. I'm losing my fucking mind. Don't worry about thank you. My cousin is a dog groomer and he says dog bites are part of the job, so don't feel too bad about it. He also says you're very mature for your age to every dog he grooms. That makes sense. That makes sense. He lulls the dogs into a sense of security. Potential rabies enough to put animals down in some places, so just quarantine is bad, but not the worst. I was pretty freaked out because I've heard stories of people who own skunks. Like, if it's reported that their skunk bites somebody, they'll cut the head off the skunk. So, like, I was like super panicked at first, and then when I didn't hear anything else about it, I was like, okay, they called the vet and they confirmed the records and like everything is fine now. But then after like getting all those calls and not realizing that they were trying to contact me, and then like getting the notice thing, it's like I'm never going back to that dog groomer ever again. No, thank you. You just can't catch a break. Sending hugs. Thank you. They never left a voicemail? No, they never left a voicemail. And they were calling so much that I checked my voicemail to make sure that the voicemail box wasn't full. And it wasn't. So I don't... Like, you would think if it was something as imperative as, like, rabies quarantine, you would think that they would fucking, like, I don't know, leave a voicemail. Maybe come to the house or something. I don't know. Like, you obviously knew my address to send the letter to, so, like, hello? Whatever. Whatever. Just a very deranged situation. Or send an SMS message. Yeah, send me a fucking text message. Anything. They could have at least said we have sensitive info for X, have them call us back. Yeah, like anything. I would maybe even go so far as to leave a review on them. I'm not the kind of guy to do that shit to. Oh, not the kind of guy to do that shit. I don't know. Should I leave a review? Like, I feel bad that my dog bit. Okay. I did not know that my dog would bite because my dog has been to the groomers multiple times and she has never bit anyone. You signed a waiver, it's not part of the job. They should have already had the info they needed from you. No, absolutely, don't feel bad. Okay. Just, I don't know. Freaks me out, drives me insane. What the fuck, man? What the fuck? Why is my dog causing all these problems all of a sudden?